Alright. Seems like we are live with the knife round. So, ladies and gentlemen, ladies' night, the grand finals between 5FRAGS female and Oxpanel. Now, who's gonna come out on top in this one? It's a relatively close match if you compare the stats from the last games we have today. And 5FRAGS has been doing really good, beating London Conspiracy as well, one of the favorites in this entire cup. And the knife round is gonna go to always. They're gonna be picking the side. Hopefully, they're gonna be going CT side. Pretty much Russia versus France. Yeah. All right. It seems like the 5FRAGS are gonna be starting off a CT. So, Oxpanel, they went for the terrorist side. Perhaps there's some master plan behind all of this. Now it's pretty standard. We have Julie attacking mid, but the rest of the CTs are gonna go towards B. Now she's gonna meet him on mid. She gets one down. It's so tricky. Pony with an instant headshot, and now she's being attacked on mid, but manages to get another frag. 14 HP is all that's left for Mitsu, and she's been performing quite good in the previous matches. And there we go. Mason takes one down, and it's a 3v3 with the bomb being planted here on the A bomb site. Well, not yet, but now it is at least. Playing the important corners. Nothing to say there. Fatal is gonna come in here from A long. Gonna try to get some frags. There gets one. Yumi goes out another one, and there's the last on site. What a retake here from the CT team. Beautifully played, defusing the bomb as well. 5FRAGS are absolutely synchronized on this one. Will they get in the first round and getting the first lead as well? We see in this game, and the Russians are going in strong, and here we see some UMPs being bought, some 5-7 as well. It's gonna go hard all in. No bomb plant yet for the terrorists, erasing the possibility of a potential early buy. Now Tori with the UMP sprays down from A long and gets taken down to 25 HP. Not looking quite good right now. Being forced to go back, and the CTs are gonna go a little bit back now. They're playing quite aggressively here at the start, starting off strong. Let's see if they can keep up the momentum here. The last 4 terrorists standing here are trying to get the round here in their favor, but wherever they go, the CT seems to be waiting. Now Fatal. It's just peeking in the wrong time right now. And Tori might even get a frag on her hands right now. Yome is gonna show herself like Clyde's the first one to show her face. Spray down comes in through the woods. Clyde taking down to 16 HP, and Tori shares the pain there, being taken down as well. Levitt goes big, goes with a double. Is she gonna be able to hold off the fort? Julie helps her in it. Mason, the last girl standing here with the bomb, needs to figure a way to get the bomb on the side here. Get the plan as fast as possible. Pushing up, not gonna work out. Levick takes it down with the CZ, and that's a lead here still for the CTs. No bomb plan as well. Looking for a third round, where the terrorists are gonna go for a buy. Getting one bomb plan at least, that was quite crucial for the economy, giving an opportunity, window of opportunity here. We have that scout, tricky Pony, holding firmly onto it on mid, and going towards B long. Now we have Tori holding off from drop, and it's a relatively quiet round here. Kla is peeking onto mid. Doesn't realize there is an enemy just right around the corner. We have Julie holding off mid, misses the first shot. They will fall back, play passively on this one. which is the wisest thing to do at the moment. The terrorists are looking for an entry point. They cannot be allowed to enter any bomb site at this point. Mitsu is gonna go for a peek here and drop. Who's gonna pick who first? Well, in mid, Torres says, I'm gonna get the frag. Gets one, and Julie gets claw as well. That is 2 frags and 1 for this for the terrorist team right here, where Mitsu is gonna get the drop onto Utopia. Leveling the situation quite a bit here. Tori spots one, gets one. No one is gonna anticipate the next move here. Turkey Pony is gonna go aggressively towards B long. Sprays down and gets fatal as well. Now that is 3v2. The terrorists are still outnumbered with the one-man disadvantage. Doesn't hold them from trying. It gets the bomber down as well. Spraying down doesn't work out with the UMP. It goes for the CZ instead, and that is the final shot that's gonna bring them third round on the board. 3-0. That is an excellent position for 5FRAGS to be in, forcing them back on the Nico. The CTs are looking for a bright future here. Now the terrorists are gonna go slowly towards the B bomb site on B long. Gonna be a classic push here. See if the CTs are prepared for that. Utopia gets one. The AWP from site. Kla goes down. Another one coming in from Titanic here. It's not gonna land any shots. Down to 8 HP. Still manages to get a frag. Now the Tricky Pony. The Tricky Pony is gonna get the bomb down at least. Well played from the terrorist. But the fire is gonna hold them off from defusing for quite a while here. So it's still... Still not around yet. 5FRAGS gets that one 4-0. The lead is great here on Cobblestone. We're hoping for a full 3-map event here on the grand finals. Let's see if they can manage to come back and get at least those maps in order. Cobblestone is not their favorite at this point. 5FRAGS is definitely the ones who picked this. Now the terrorists are slowly crawling towards mid here while the CTs are holding off the B bomb site. No attacks just yet. Small boost here from Tori. Gonna give a small advantage if the terrorists decide to push in. Quiet round here. There's not a lot going on. They're afraid for the peak, but the terrorists, they need to hurry up a little. The clock is ticking down with 50 seconds left here. So not a lot of space to be doing strategies. Tori gets a Yumi though. That's a one-man advantage here. Clash coming in from drop. Now one by one they're going down. Clash the second one to go. Mitsu peeks out and drop. That is almost a shot here for Utopia. She's gonna go for a repick. Yes, she gets that shot down as well. No Mesa, man. Tricky Pony, the last guy standing with the AWP. She gets fatal. A very crucial kill here. Utopia needs to return the favor, and there she goes. Mesa is the one to be dropped. Tricky is forced to go back and save that weapon. Not gonna happen. Tori is just waiting around the corner, finishing her off. That is 5-0 here to 5FRAGS, looking very strong in the beginning of the match. If we see on the buys a double AWP setup here from the CT side, they're gonna be holding on up from a little bit of a distance. Ooh, that nade was not too well placed indeed, but did not do luckily too much damage. On the other hand, who does a lot of damage, that is Kled taking down Tori. That is a very crucial kill here, giving them an advantage already this early. With the HP disadvantage, they need that. Fatal gets Yumi though. And we're still Watching Utopia though going wild here while we're not getting the action on the other side. Misses that shot here, Julie. Not gonna connect here. Tricky Pony is gonna rush up towards the A bomb site. Misses the shot with the scout. Is gonna be taken down. Utopia will get that one. Now 6-0. It's definitely not looking good for Oxpanel. They need to come back, and that's gonna happen soon. Before 5FRAG are gonna be completely dominating on the CT side and making it impossible for them to come back. Molotov is going to hold them off for a potential push here and drop. A nade is going to go down. Connects only with 5 HP. Tricky is taken down. Nothing too serious. And Mitsu is going to go for the slow peek. Who's going to peek who first? A small miscommunication. There belong a double smoke in the same spot. That is a waste of a smoke. Hopefully it's not going to matter too much. Tori is going to hold it very defensively and passively, hoping that one of them is gonna push out, but one by one she gets at least one here. Fatal gets one as well. Utopia, here's someone here already pushing from drop. She's gonna push from behind, gets a double, and the triple is gonna go to Fatal, regaining control of the bomb site and giving the advantage to her team. Now the economy looking very, very good on the CTE side here and looking very comfortable. Well, on the other hand, the terrorists, they need to come back before it's too late. We're gonna have Tori here going towards mid, smoking off for a potential push. And 3 CTs holding off the B bomb site. Unaware the bomb is actually going towards them. Now the communication was just right. A complete smoker on B long, and we are seeing a complete shutdown from the enemy. Oh, that no scope gets her down to 16 HP. That is beautifully played by Tricky Pony there, holding him back. And now we have Julie holding off the entire A bomb site almost by herself with the AWP. While the terrorists are gonna push on towards the drop. She gets a drop on Utopia. Fatal being rushed down way to Deagle. Denied completely the defense of B, and an AWP shot from Yumi. One by one they're falling like flies. Spots one coming out from drop. That is Levick. Being too afraid to peek, and on long we have Tori being taken down, and Clad just finishes the job off. Beautifully done. The first round here on the board for the French, and this is going to be perhaps one of many to come. With the buys now, they seem a little bit more confident. Let's see if they can come back on this one. The AWP from Yumi could be a turn point of the entire match. Now Mitsu and Claude, they're holding off from mid, while Julie is going to try to go for a little sneaky peeky. Spray goes down and hits a teammate instead. That is perhaps gonna be something they're gonna debate on later. For now, they're focused on getting this round, and Tori is holding off from A long. Any potential push coming into mid. Sprays down a little bit and gets one at least. The other one doesn't really connect. Gets it down to 72. That's not too bad either. And Tori finishes the job on Clap. Very important frag. Utopia gets Maysam. 2v5. Looking dark here for this terrorist team. Just as when they started to get this, they're losing the chance again. Not a good spot to be in at this point. They're trying their very best to regain control of this entire map, but it's just not working out for them. They need to work out a new strategy and try to regain control of the entire area, as the CTs are just crawling all over the place, and there's absolutely no way they can enter a bomb site right now. Rushing with an AWP is not something that we, in general, advise in doing, and they're just gonna try to save the weapons while they can. Tori's gonna go out on a hunt, and Tricky being down to 10 HP, she's gonna be a relatively easy target, and she needs to find a good spot to be in before it's too late. Now Levick isn't exactly going towards her and gets her, stops her from saving that AK-47 that could have been everything for their economy. They're gonna go for a buy, and nevertheless, the CTs are relying more on their skill and their aim than frags and smoke. Normally, it's not something that we see in these professional matches, but in this case, it seems to be working out. Now, Julie is gonna go aggressively in mid, gets the jump onto Yumi, and she is going to go down early in the round, leaving the rest of the team in the hands of Mitsu and company. We're trying to come back here and make a change. Molotov is gonna go straight towards the stairs. No one there to barbecue at this point. No entry point yet gained for the Tenerife team. Nate is gonna connect, it puts it down to 82 HP. If played right, the CTs can shut it down before it even begins, and Fatal is already on it. Boosted up from 3, gets that frag, stops the push from coming in, any more damage done to her team, and now it's only 3 guys left here, or 3 girls left here to get the bomb down and try to get another round on the board. 8-1, it's looking very dark and sad here for Oxpanel. And Levick is gonna come here, rush from Connect, gets the spray down on Mason, takes her out, and Claller returns the favor, gets the revenge on one of the other teammates. Julie and Fatal both holding off Faye here, spots one. A bad cover up here from Julie on site. Should not be allowed to gain control, but will be sprayed down in the end, and the bomb is going to be defused. That is another sad round here for 5FRAGS, but well done to the amazing, awesomely well-placed team members who are just right there when you need them. Making sure the teamwork is the way to go here. They're just taking it round by round, and looking almost impossible for Oxpanel to even get a chance or even get a clear shot in here. Now here from mid, Julie again drops one. That is beautifully played. Tori goes down with the Molotov. Is gonna stop them from pushing in. Buying some time with the flash, allows the fire to go out, and Clyde's gonna go for the push. Gonna go for the attack here. Spray down and pistol. The panic is all over the place. Mitsu gets the upper hand on that situation. Julie goes in with another one. Will be sprayed down and denied from a triple. Now it's all down to Mitsu. She's done it before. Clutched many rounds. But this one is gonna go in the favor of 5FRAGS. 10-1. Taking the matters in her own hands. Levy just went for it and got the frag and ended the round before any more damage was done. 10-1, a huge lead here for 5FRAGS. Giving them absolutely no space to breathe. Now spray down from Julie, gets 2, will be in the Molotov. Ended by Mitsu's deagle shot. After being damaged quite heavily here. She's gonna try to throw a flash at his peak, not gonna work out. Tori gets a double. Is she gonna get a triple? No, she's gonna be denied on that one. Mitsu goes aggressively towards A long. What a massacre. The deagle is doing what it's supposed to do indeed. Gets rid of her enemies, and it's all down to Mitsu once again, but Utopia absolutely denying any possibility of a comeback here. 11-1. They're being absolutely crushed right here. If they're gonna have to if they're gonna come back, they have to erase the board, simply just wipe everything and just consider their teamwork, their plans, come up with a new strategy. Something needs to work out. Right now it's looking heavily 5FRAGS sided, and we're hoping for a better development in the second map. But hopefully Oxpanel are gonna take back control and turn it over on the third map. Now keep in mind that Oxpanel is also a mix as well. They're doing an amazing job as a mix, reaching this far in the grand finals. But we should have seen way more rounds with their experience. Cloud playing as well for many years in CS and being part of one of the most known teams such as LDLC, that should be already experience that should matter in this one. With the terrorist slowly going towards A here. Tori is gonna hold off mid. Julie is gonna hold off A long, giving them a good shutdown. And Mitsu is gonna go ahead. Now the spray down comes down, gets one, and another one is gonna go for Tori. The two-man advantage here for the CT side. They're gonna just simply spray it down. Julie goes with a double again. Utopia rushes out, finishes off the entire game. 12-1. 4 rounds away from victory. They're absolutely dominating on Cobblestone right now. Not a lot of air to breathe here for the terrorists. Jeez, Oxpanel, you must be in a very, very tough spot right now. Tori, already that early, being taken down to 16 HP, is gonna give them an advantage to come back on this. Always been a favorite of underdogs, coming back and teaching the top dogs how it's done. And Julie sprays down on mid again, does a lot of damage. Simply leveling up the stats here. Pushing her towards A long. She's gonna go in strong with the P250. Gets one. Yumi gets the second. Now Fatal is gonna come from Connect. Is she gonna get any of the terrorists who are trying to push out? They're gonna go and save. A wise choice here. They're already being in such an amazing lead, and giving Oxpanel just one more round is it could be a risk, but it's also teamwork. Making sure everyone has a weapon, making sure they can come back strong, and not giving away rounds is the smartest move here. So Mitsu will be dropped in mid and aware of their positions. We already have a hunter by the name of Tricky Pony following up here on A long, together with Clap, playing very, very aggressively and trying to get any exit frags at least. Not going to work out with AWP, but at least you got the save. Now 2 rounds here with a 10-round lead here. 5FRAGS are looking solid, quite comfortable. Not much to say about this entire game. It's been quite heavily 5FRAGS favored, but we're hoping that Oxpanel are going to come back and give a hell of a fight in the next map at least. Yumi sprays down Julie. Not going to happen again. Denies another attempt on destroying her team. He's gonna go down. 1-man advantage. Starting good for Oxpanel if they can pick this one up. Mitsu gets one. That's already 2 guys down, and Tori being down to 14 HP. Not gonna be much of good use here. It's gonna leave everything up in the hands of just a few. Utopia is gonna be close here in drop. Mitsu is gonna go closer and closer. And who's gonna come out on top? Here on mid, Fatal is gonna do a small battle here. Not gonna connect with the shots, but the grenade does a lot of damage here. looking away in 1 second could have meant everything. But in the end, Mitsu will be the one to go down. And our Fatal is down to 1 HP with the EM4. He's trying to regain control of the situation here, while the terrorists have the bomb down, and they're just gonna go and grab themselves around. They're not being able to defuse right now. Kla is ready for that, and that's the 3rd round for Oxpanel. If they lose the pistol round, it's going to be GG pretty much, and match point potentially for 5FRAGS, so they need to be very careful how they play this one out. But let's hope for the Oxpanel to come back. And we have the terrorist going aggressively towards B. Perhaps a fast push here to get things done as fast as possible. Going down on drop, going aggressively towards Mesa, and he's gonna go down. Kla goes down as well. They're simply not allowing them any window of opportunity here, and Levick is gonna be the last terrorist standing. Deny the possibility of more rounds. Oxpanel trying to come back in this, getting that around here. Let's go, Oxpanel. Let's see those shots. Let's see those beautifully orchestrated strategies that we've seen in the other matches. And let's hope it's gonna be good enough to bring you back here on the board. Tori is gonna go aggressively here with me. They have Tech 9s. A standard tech Kevlar rush here, going closely up. Tricky is holding it up with a shotgun, quite risky. Brings down the Molotov. That's not gonna be a barbecue just yet, guys. Unfortunately, as she's gonna go back and take a look at the entire situation. That worked out pretty good. Tori takes it down. Tricky Pony is denied of a kill here. And 5FRAGS definitely not gonna let them go off easy on this one. Attacking the bomb site, Mitsu holds it off with the MP7. Sprays down towards Wood and takes her down in the end. Beautifully played here from the CT side. Oxpanel is slowly but surely coming back up. And this is exactly what we wanted to see the entire match. Let's hope they can keep this one up. Now the smoke is gonna go down here in mid, and the terrorists are slowly collecting themselves in mid, rushing out to Mitsu. Mitsu is denied every possibility of a frag. It's taken down instantly, but does some damage to Levick here. Julie goes down, and now Utopia from the bomb site is trying to get some frags in, but Tricky Pony gets a double and not allowing them to even get the bomb down. That is simply cruel. With the bomb being down on CT, leaves them in a tough spot here, and not being able to come up. And that was very unlucky here. Nevertheless, the Oxpanel are getting another round, 1 by 1. They're slowly coming up. 6 more, and then they're gonna reach the level of 5FRAGS here, and I believe that we're gonna be seeing quite an interesting second map when we reach that far. Is going to be in chicken here, holding off with the AWP and pushing up from us. She gets one. Now the spray down goes towards the side, and now the terrorists are slowly getting destroyed. Finally, Oxpanel is stepping up to the plate, and the last girl standing here is Julieta, who's gonna try to make something happen, some magic happen or belong. Gets taken down to 13 HP and then executed. That is simply cruel. The French are not giving up yet, and that is something to admire, folks. As we're gonna see the match proceed even further, the techs and the Kevlars are being heavily bought here, but are they gonna be able to put it to good use. 2 AKs and M4s with an AWP on the other hand levels it pretty much up to Oxpanel getting another round unless they can get the jump on one of them. Now Mesa is gonna hold off A long this time, and Levick is the one gonna crawl slowly nearby, and Yumi is gonna get taken down in the end, but at least takes one with her. That's some exchange of frags going on. Mitsu gets the hold on to Tori, finishes us off. Another one. Fatal goes big with the tech, and what a shot here. Mitsu is playing on her upper game. Bringing the A game here is definitely what they need right now. Fatal trying to fight back, but that is Mitsu going big once more. That is definitely a woman to admire by the plays, by the amazing game sense we have seen earlier as well. They definitely earned their spot here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and we're hoping that the second map is going to be at least this exciting. Now Oxpanel are just showing them that we're not just out yet, and don't rule us out. We're going to come back and we're going to do this. This area start collecting themselves towards B right now. Every single round trying to force an entry somewhere. Being taken down to 19 HP. Tricky has to be very careful with the AWP now. See if she can make something happen with it. Get the jump onto one of them. Clyde's gonna smoke it off, not allowing them. Just a small little window of peek. And pushing it onto Julieta here on A long. Mitsu gets the upper hand. And we seem to be having some issues here with the server itself. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if we can come back as fast as possible here. That is very interesting. Seems like we're having some technical difficulties, and we're gonna be back as fast as possible. Sorry for that, but there's something must be going on at this point with the GoTV, and we're hoping to be back fast enough to see the end result. Well, it seems like that the issues have been fixed. We should be able to go back into the game now. And hopefully they're not totally over yet when we join in. Sorry for that, but these kind of issues sometimes happen, unfortunately. And let's see if we can just resume the game from where we left it out. And we are back here, and it seems like the Oxpanel did come back quite a few rounds, and now it's 13-10. 5 frags as well, gaining a round. It's gonna look pretty tricky here for the CTs. They're trying to come back here, grabbing every round they can, doing their absolute best. They're holding off a drop here to a terrorist, slowly reaching out. The smoke is gonna hold them off just for a while. Still not over yet. Mitsu is the one that's gonna go down this time. Gets one, but that's gonna be it for Mitsu, and Tori from drop is gonna get the drop on Maysam, and they're trying to gain control here on the entire situation, but the terrorists are just not allowing them that easily to get that control. But at least Utopia will get one frag here. And the one-man advantage. Tricky Pony and Clad, the last two standing, trying to come back and make a difference here. They need those rounds ASAP, and Clyde's gonna slowly move from connector and door. If she just pays one close peek here to mid, and she does, she gets one frag, but Utopia is gonna tag team here on this one and takes her out, leaving Tricky Pony as the AWP hero to take care of the entire situation. No room for mistakes. Tricky needs to pick an entry point here. With the 5-7. He's gonna go slowly towards the side, and in that corner spots it late. That's not gonna look good on the score. 14-10, and looking quite bad so far. We should be back with some sound as well. There was a few issues right before. Should be all fixed now. Tori's gonna go towards the long here. Clyde's holding off. He long smokes it off beautifully, and Tricky Pony gets the frag onto Julieta. They need as many chances as they can grab right now. Tricky being down to 19 HP, not gonna be of much use for the rest of the round here. And the terrorists are going to go aggressively. Utopia goes aggressively towards her own teammate, almost taking her down. Not looking good. The Yumi gets her up onto Utopia. Tori and Levick get one each, and now we're back on a 3v3 again. Seems to be happening quite a lot lately. Going in strong, at least they have the bomb down. With AWP, Fatal is trying to say, we're not dead yet. And is gonna go down in the end, but Tori is gonna make it more fair here. 1v1. The CTs are gonna be coming out on top on this one. Another round that's 14-11. Beautifully fought here by Oxpanel. But is that gonna be good enough to regain the control of the entire game? Time yet has to say what's going to happen between these two teams. But Oxpanel should not be allowed to come back from 14-1 all the way up here. 12-1 is, if I remember correctly. And Tricky Pony is holding off in mid here together with the teammate Mason. Mason is gonna pull back the push. Well, it's now Julieta being taken down again on A long. A huge frag here, but leaves Mitsu vulnerable. 14 HP. That is not looking good. Something needs to happen here, and we're seeing the terrorist trying to find an entry again. All they found lately was death, and let's hope that's gonna change. At this point, Tori is looking towards mid here and Matrix. Is she gonna spot any of them out? The CTs are playing just a very careful game, waiting around the corners, waiting on those angles, and synchronizing their pushes is exactly what's gonna bring them another round here. And playing quite aggressively. 5 frags are down by 1-man disadvantage at this point. And Clyde's gonna hold off from drop here. Fatal, is she gonna be able to spot her out in time while her team is pushing up a B long? Tori gets a frag onto Yumi. Clyde goes aggressively towards drop and sees if she can spot any of them out. The Molotov is gonna bring it down to 59 HP, and Tricky gets herself a treat with the AWP. The Molotov is pushing the terrorists a little bit back and giving an opportunity for the CPs to retake here, and that's exactly what they do. 19 HP. The survivor gets to defuse the bomb, and that is regaining control here again. And that is definitely a shot to remember. 14 to 11, and now 14 to 12. Oxpanel is coming back more and more. Are they going to be able to gain 4 more rounds and win this? Or 5 frags going to take it to perhaps even overtime? That is something that we're very interested to find out. And the tech pushes are going to come in again. Last time they proved quite efficient on the mid push. Now they're going to go towards A long. And Tricky is going to hold it off with the AWP. Well aware one is there. She gets taken down, but at least manages to get one down with her. Now 4v3. Still at 1-man disadvantage. They have an AWP. And in Fatal's hands, we don't know what she can do with it. Clyde is holding off drop again, this time from the tree. And getting 1 frag. A very important frag. Not allowing them to distract any of the teammates while they're going to have the bomb towards A here. Now Maysam is going to get the drop on Fatal, and Mitsu stops the push from coming in on A long. And that is 14 to 13. What a comeback! And it seems the 5 frags are going to have a small timeout here. They have to consider what they're going to do. A tactical timeout. Would be interesting to know what's going on right now in their heads. Are they going to go for an aggressive play? Are they going to go for a small sleek and peak game here? (14 to 13). An interesting development throughout the map. Mitsu 25 frags, a monster on the CT side. He gets the entire situation turned around together with Kla and Tricky Pony holding off those very, very important angles. While on the other hand, Fatal, Utopia, and Tori are absolutely dominating on their hand. And both teams are doing an extraordinary job here. And with the clock ticking down, we should be live with yet another round here. And now they're pausing for another one. So I guess either someone is having an issue or they're doing some tactical timeout here. A lot of tactics being explained, I guess. In the meantime, I'm gonna thank all our sponsors, CSGOMASSIVE, Kingwin, for helping out with setting up all these events, helping out to support. Big shout out to those guys, and a big shout out to Awayo. If you guys are looking for a brand new uniform and you just don't know how to design it, go and use their 3D designer tool on the website. And if you want to support these events, please go on CSGOMASSIVE.com and use the code Aphobia. And then you will receive some credits for your effort, but you also are going to support our events, making it possible for us to keep going. Now, the timeout is over, and this time it should be live with another round here, and I guess they had a lot to talk about. Is gonna hold them off from pushing just yet a couple of seconds. Allowing them to peek on B long, but gaining a lot of information here. Tori is gonna peek out here. Maysam, if she goes for it and peeks through the window, she's gonna be bait, and that is something that I think the CT team is already well aware of. They're just holding it off, waiting for them to make the first move, and Fatal takes it down, and that is Mitsu playing passive aggressively. Not gonna work out in this case. Gaining the one-man advantage. 5FRAGS are looking for an entry point right now, and Torre is the one being hungry in. Drop tries to get the frags in, but this doesn't connect. Now Tricky Pony. Oh! With the AWP, gets that beautiful shot there. But with the spray down, Julieta says that's not gonna happen. Takes her down and ends that madness. Allowing them an entry onto the B side, and where the bomb is gonna go down. Julieta leading the charge, and this one will be dropping a Molotov. Getting the CTs to back off from the side, basically, while Tori is going to hold off their backs. All the 3 CTs are coming in from one angle, and Fatal is relatively low. If they decide to go for chicken, she's chicken dinner, but no. In this case, she gets at least one. Trying to defuse in the smoke isn't going to work out. Blah! She does it! She actually defused the bomb. That is beautifully played. Oxpanel, oh my god, you should crown that woman. That is one round here. 14-14. And 2 rounds away from victory. What a round, people. We're going to be seeing a lot of more action, and hopefully a lot of more of this in the finals. And this is looking out to be a very interesting match indeed, where the situations are quite level now. 14-14. And that is it. 2 rounds away from victory for each team. They're both smelling blood right now. Absolute sharks. Now Tori is gonna hold off a drop here, and being a little bit too afraid for the peaks. She's gonna go anyways and gets the drop onto Yumi. That is 5FRAGS letting them know that they're not letting them get any more rounds. They're gonna do their best to come back, and the bomb is gonna potentially go towards the A side while they're making a lot of noise and damage here on the B side. And the CTs should reconsider their positions and not leave the A side completely open like that. They're gonna have a clear entry. One of them is gonna come back, and that is Mitsu. That is gonna try to hold back the enemy. Is she gonna be able to do so? Levy gets one, Julieta gets Mitsu, and that is it. 5v1. Clyde is the last girl standing. And the match point is soon gonna be 5 frags. If they don't die from Class, amazing play. When another one goes down, Julieta, Class not giving up. 1v4. She's going aggressively on this one. She's not giving up. She's not gonna let them down. Was being taken from behind like that with the AK-47. Not gonna leave a lot of more room for error. And 15-14, the match point. The first match point of tonight's game in the first map is gonna be for 5 frags. And let's see if they can take it home and win the first place here tonight on the second map. Now Oxpanel, they need to get control of themselves, and in the second map they need to come back and finish off what they should have been doing from the beginning, hoping that we can go on to a third map. At this point, they're trying to tease them out, but the CTs are loyal to their positions and they're not gonna move an inch. Now Tori is gonna look for the same peek into drop on window. Just doesn't get any frags now. The CTs are not gonna be fooled one more time. Yumi is holding off from connector. And Maysam is holding off mid, where Julieta is slowly coming in. And gets her down. Now that was an opportunity here for Maysam, but that did not work out. And the bomb is gonna go towards A here. There's only one guy, well, one girl holding him off, and it's Mitsu. While they're again battling it out on the wrong side. Wasting so much girl power or manpower that's completely irrelevant. Leaves everything down to Mitsu. Is gonna try to do this. Spots Julieta, takes her out. Notori is gonna come crawling up from mid. Is she gonna be able to get the frags onto her? No, that's not gonna happen. GG on the first map, and that is the first map being taken by 5 frags. That is such a beautiful play from both teams, but such a late comeback from Oxpanel. Let's hope they can extend that comeback onto the second map.